Hi everybody, this is Robert Kinsler.
And this is TJR.
Now we're here today actually to pay tribute to a beloved member of Orange County, California's music community that we unfortunately lost way too early. John Carrillo was only 48 and has passed on. And when it comes to, you can talk about artists that got big that came from Orange County, whether it's Lit or No Doubt or something that got big. But the difference that John made was that he ran so many open mics and inspired so many young musicians.
Yeah.
His reach really, as far as musicians go, was just really profound, I think.
I think a good way to explain it is, especially to people who are watching this saying, well, why should we care about this person? Who is this person? I don't know this person, and I'm over here in some other country or some other state. Why should I care about this person? Is every state hopefully has someone like this. Every county hopefully has someone like this. Someone who is a real friend to the music community, and that's what John Carrillo was. He was a real friend to the music community here in Orange County, where where we both reside.
Right. Yeah.
And John Carrillo was sometimes referred to as the king of open mics because he hosted at some point maybe like around 5 open mics a week.
Yeah.
That's 5 different nights.
I mean, I'm sure you had the case too. There'd be times I'd go someplace, let's say to get something to eat or get a cup of coffee, and John would be setting up for an open mic there, and I'm like, hey John, how are you doing?
Exactly.
Or I'd run into him at a bookstore or coffee shop and stuff. He was just so involved and so passionate about supporting other musicians, and from my experience, it was really about the other musicians. He was not doing it to try to further his own reach and stuff, although he cared about his own music, was very passionate about it. But really he came at these open mics from the exact great place you need to come.
Yeah, he encouraged he gave a lot of people in Orange County their first time on stage, got them up there in front of people playing. He ran his open mics fairly, honestly, openly, without bias. And I know because I've been to other open mics where the person running it, gives favoritism to his friends, or just, runs it in a really haphazardly bad way. And John really helped facilitate the musicians. He really helped facilitate, what they needed to do to be able to perform. A lot of people tried out their material at his open mics. A lot of people, got their start there. Some of them became famous, some of them didn't. And it was an interesting thing because sometimes someone famous would show up at his open mics. I remember one time I went to go play one of his open mics, and there was Tyler Hilton.
Yeah.
And he was already like signed to a label. In fact, that night, he performed a cover of a Beatles song that he was going to be performing on some CW TV show that he'd already taped, where he was going to be playing some musician in a cafe. And I remember watching the TV show the next night, because he said, this is going to be on TV tomorrow, he said. And I'm going to be playing this song. And he played the Beatles song, I've Just Seen a Face.
Yeah.
And, and he was just there, and he acted like anybody else. He got up, he did his, you'd get up at John's open mics, you'd get to do 2 songs, I think. He'd let you do 2 songs, and then you came down and he'd keep getting everybody up that wanted to play, get them up there, and then if there was time, you'd come up a second time. But he gave everybody 2 songs, which was very nice.
Very nice.
I've seen some open mics where they only give everybody 1 song, and if you're going to do another song, you have to wait till everybody's done before you can get up and do another one. And these are on weeknights.
Yeah.
And so some people would have to say, well, I can't, I got to get to work the next day. But that was another cool thing about John, is he gave everybody 2 songs. But you just never knew who was going to be there. And you knew that there were going to be good people. You knew there were people just starting out, and he was just as supportive of them. As he was the people who were experienced.
And another side of the John Carrillo story is him as an artist. I mean, he issued a number of self-produced independent releases, like many of us. He whether he was signed or not, he was going to put out great music. Put out some great CDs. And for this particular CD, a wink to his career, kind of like talking about himself as a third person. He actually asked me if I'd come up to LA and play with, contribute to the CD. So he actually had me do hand claps on one of the songs. Kind of fun.
Cool.
But to show you, it wasn't like he got me because he needed me, because on that same album, he had Lonnie Jordan, who's the lead singer of War. He was also on the album, and I think, as I recall, the album was produced by Sean Norris, who was in the Young Dubliners. So, you know, other musicians had a way of gravitating to John. They really liked him as a person.
Yeah.
He was very genuine, and he also wrote some great songs. I was going to
was a friend to everybody.
Yeah, he was. And on this particular CD, he has just a great like neo Beatles song called "Nowhere to Run," and it is just a fantastic song. And I'm sure you on YouTube or on Bandcamp or something, you can or on CD Baby, you can pick up the album and check out John's music, because he was a terrific singer and songwriter and guitar player.
I think the thing is hopefully wherever you are, whatever community you're in, you've got someone like that, someone who really helps the local music community. And if you know someone like that, really cherish that and treasure that, because when it's gone, it's gone. And you don't really realize, you don't appreciate the well till the water runs dry.
Very well said.
And
yeah.
We just wanted to just dedicate a little bit of video time to our good friend John Carrillo, and to all the other John Carrillos that are out there in your local music community trying to help the local scene.
Yeah, and before we sign off here, just if you're interested in learning more about John, his website is still up as far as I know. It's johncarrillo.com, and we'll hopefully put that on the screen so you can check that out. And like you said it well, hopefully there's lots of John Carrillos out there.
Yeah.
Every person is unique. John will very much be missed by his friends, family, and everybody that loved him. But hopefully in your community there is somebody like John, because they're so vital to kind of keeping real music alive.
Absolutely. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you later, everybody.
Bye.
I wouldn't have to shout out loud.